Hey everyone, welcome to another Good e-Reader comparison video. My name is Michael.
My name is Peter.
Today we're looking at the Tolino Vision
On the right.
And the new Onyx Boox Lynx T68.
Mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
You can see here that the screen is flush with the bezel. I really like this design. It's a 6-inch screen, capacitive, and it uses e-Encarta.
It does.
Which is a new e-paper technology that basically makes refresh rate when it comes to churning pages or accessing menus, walk in the park. You can see here that there's a little bit of a dip between when the screen and the bezel meet.
It's about 2 or 3 millimeters deep.
Makes it, especially when you're pressing things in the
really
the corner here, a little bit more of a challenge. But it has a giant 6.8 screen, so it does have that advantage. What we're going to look at today is the overall reading experience when it comes to PDFs and your standard ebook, just to give you a sense on which one maybe gives you page turns faster or more options. These are both international readers, so the Tolino Vision is available in Germany, and the Onyx Boox Lynx comes out of Poland. So both of these, when it comes to Europe, have a lot of presence. Let's go in and look at an ebook.
This is a stock ebook loaded on the device, and this is a free ebook from Project Gutenberg.
This loaded fast.
It did, yeah, and it also looks more black on... Well, not white, but the blacks look thicker and fuller, whereas this looks a little bit gray from the eye.
And if you notice here, it's all, if you put these like this, you almost get as much text on a 6-inch screen as you do on a 6.8 screen, because you have like the
thick bar.
You have the software-based page turns here, but then you also have like these two options. So that's very interesting.
That is interesting. It's almost the same amount of screen real estate in that sense. Page turns are both pretty good. This will do full page refreshes, whereas this you can actually set to never. And you'll see that it grays out a little bit ever so slightly when you turn pages. A lot of the time when you long press on the Onyx, it will say reader is busy. Don't really know what that is. It just can't kind of handle it sometimes. So we can do lookups in the dictionaries. See, I tried to touch the corner, and it took me a couple tries. So,
and this loaded up instantly. This is still trying to chug along.
Exactly. So you can press back on the software here. And it looks like this is just taking forever to load. There you go, it's finally there. And we'll press back on the hardware buttons. You can also check out the keyboards here. So we'll do an annotation versus a note. I think the keyboard on the Onyx is a little bit more defined. It looks almost 3D with a harsh contrast, whereas this is kind of just white on white with little outlines. Just we're nitpicking, of course. They're both really good.
Yeah, I think when it comes to keyboard, I like this a little bit better. It's like they use a little bit more gradients and things like that. And you could like look at, if you were to just like look at just the keyboards. I think that this keyboard is better.
There you go. And they also have translate capabilities. The Onyx only has translate capabilities from Polish to English, but you can download other readers to use on this device because it is running Open Android.
Okay, I guess the way that I'm looking at things now, I like the reading experience on the Tolino Vision better. I think that the text is more crisp, and I think page turns are a little bit faster. And this comes down to e-Encarta, which is new. But, you know, we were making the mistakes of this was a little bit sluggish accessing some of the menus. This seemed to have opened things up so much faster. Let's look at a PDF and see if things how things pan out there. So again, instantly load.
And that took,
had to chug along
that took a lot of time. So what we're seeing here is page turns on the Tolino, and we can go to the more section and look at everything on there. So we're on the same page now. The Onyx has a very interesting way to kind of do everything. I'll show you here. You can do pinch and zooms, but they're not a steady pinch and zoom. It's a gesture base, so you go like that and it'll go up the next level. A lot of the time it just stalls and doesn't really work very well. The Tolino has no pinch and zoom capabilities on it, so you actually have to double tap to get into a zoom level an undetermined zoom level. You don't really know what it is. And when you move things around, it looks pretty horrible. And then on the Onyx, you can't really move things around. So this can't pinch and zoom, kind of. This can't pinch and zoom at all. This double taps to kind of zoom in. Double tapping does nothing on this. Needless to say, they're both pretty bad at PDFs.
I think so.
Yeah.
At least with the stock experience, the one advantage that the Onyx 268 has is that you could actually install whatever Adobe Reader, Repligo Reader, whatever favorite PDF app that you have. Even at third-party apps like Moon Plus Reader, Aldeco, those read PDFs and give you expanded functionality. So you may want to download an alternative PDF reader for this.
Yeah.
With this, you have no choice but to go, with the stock version.
Exactly. I just tried long pressing, and 2 times in a row it says selecting word failed, so that's going to come up quite a bit. But yeah, they're both pretty bad with the PDFs in a stock sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. So if it comes down, if you had to choose, Peter, between one or the other, which one would you go for? The Tolino Vision or the Onyx Boox Lynx?
You're talking about as a reader as a whole?
Yes.
I would say for reading, even though you can put any app you want on the Onyx Boox, I would still have to go to the Tolino for the e-book experience because it's a lot crisper, it looks better, it feels better, everything works a lot better. You can kind of make this work for you by downloading things, sideloading them in, but honestly, if a lot of the things rely on animations and the reader itself just can't handle it, and it's opened itself up to Android, which is a positive thing, but anything you put on it, it just struggles to use because it's trying to act like a tablet or a smartphone, and it simply can't do it. So I'd have to say the Tolino.
Yeah, we've done a number of independent app review tests on the Onyx Boox, Google Books, Amazon, Kobo, and things like that.
Yeah.
And I find that all those apps, like Peter said, they were designed for tablets and smartphones, so you get the peaking animations, you get page turn animations, and on an e-ink screen, that stuff really struggles. It would have been better if Onyx would have opened up a small little Android store on their own and just had optimized comic book reading, manga, RRS type apps. With this, I like the stock experience on this, despite the fact that it's a German reader, so you can't really buy books in English. But I find that it's faster, it's more responsive, page turns are a lot quicker. When you click on a book, it instantly loads. These are the things I look for in an e-reader. So if I were to sideload in my own ebooks, like we did with the ones we have here, it's going to really excel.
Exactly.
So you've looked at our side-by-side comparison here and heard our thoughts. Chime in if you have either of these or if you have any interest in either of these in the YouTube comment section below, and stay tuned. We're going to compare these two side-by-side in a nighttime reading test to see which glow light actually comes out ahead. So check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GoodyReader, and for Goody Reader, my name is Michael.
This is Peter.
Everybody take care.
Prizes lie within this place. Oh, I see. I can get the bag at 10. Cool. Whoa! See, I'm not going to use a projectile on him because I don't need to. I'm really not getting as many gems as I could be getting. I'm kind of just getting through this to show you guys what's going on. Boom! Boom! Oh! Yeah. I'll go back to the stage and complete it at a later date. I am a completionist when it comes to games, so I like getting